Ryan Reynolds, Poor Parenting Profanity. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. Ryan Reynolds came under fire from online critics after he revealed that he let his young daughter deliver a raunchy line in his latest superhero movie. On a commentary track for the 2024 action film Deadpool and Wolverine, Reynolds joined director Sean Levy to discuss their project, and the conversation turned to the memorable Deadpool core battle scene. In the film, a character who appears to be a young Deadpool wearing a face mask shouts at Reynolds' character, "Hey, when I want your opinion, I'll take Wolverine's dick out of your mouth." On the commentary track, Reynolds guiltily admitted that the actor who delivered the line was his then 7-year-old daughter, Inez. "I'm so sorry. We have to admit that," Levy responds. Reynolds joked, "I'm Father of the Year over here for allowing her to say such language, which, to her credit, she really didn't want to say." "Oh, so you made her, did you?" However, according to the actor, his daughter, now aged 8, later changed her mind when he started looking at other people to play it. In the clip, Levy reminded Reynolds that other not-safe-for-work lines had ended up on the cutting room floor. "Yeah, but Ryan, to our discredit, we made Nezzy say, 'I'm not shitting you,' 70 to 500 versions of that line," he said. "Yeah," Reynolds quipped, "I'm going to pay for that later." The two then moved on to other topics, but their discussion caught the attention of critics on a Reddit forum titled, "Ryan Reynolds Admits to Coaching His Daughter to Deliver Sick and Disturbing Line in Deadpool and Wolverine." There's no reason she needed to deliver that line herself. It's a character with a mask and no visible mouth. It could easily have been dubbed over, one commenter pointed out. Another wrote, "I wouldn't care if it was just swearing, but getting a kid to make a sexual joke is gross." A third remarked, which to her credit she really didn't want to say, "is enough for me. I don't care what the intent was behind the line. It is overtly sexual, and no kid has any business saying it, let alone in a movie made by their parent." Ryan Reynolds coming under fire and demonstrating the behaviours of this man who is a narcissist. Now, if you happen to have failed to access my excellent series analysing Ryan Reynolds to explain why he is a narcissist, then do go and avail yourself of that information. It is both enlightening to understand what he is and the various characteristics as he demonstrates that he is a narcissist. And here, having established what he is, we are then able to examine his other behaviours through the prism of his narcissism. And it's no real surprise that he engaged in this behaviour. First of all, his daughter is a non-intimate secondary source in his fuel matrix. She is owned by him. She is a commodity and an appliance to be used by him. Thus, first of all, his narcissism dictates that he can use his daughter as he sees fit, because at a subconscious level he simply sees her, like anybody else, as an object. Reynolds believes that he loves his daughter because his narcissism tells him as such, but this behaviour shows a callous disregard for the exhibition of any emotional empathy towards his daughter by causing her to issue what is as critics have pointed out, an overtly sexual line, talking about somebody having a dick in their mouth. Reynolds, of course, has always got by on this cheeky, chappy, snarky persona, which I've explained to you as part of his facade when I analysed him with regard to his narcissism. Here, first of all, he wants to use his own child in the movie, which is nepotism. Plenty of people do it, doesn't excuse it, but demonstrates a sense of entitlement. Furthermore, he has her make an overtly sexual remark when it was completely unnecessary. First of all, was it necessary to have that remark in the film? Questionable. And furthermore, even if it was deemed to be something that would be amusing, The fact is, you could have had somebody dub the line and it not be her. There are plenty of voice actors that can emulate a child's voice that it could be dubbed on. But not only is it not just a child who's saying it, it's his own daughter, which demonstrates the absence of emotional empathy and not looking out for her and exposing her to delivering such a line. She was only 7 years old, and therefore, as you've heard, many people are questioning, why on earth are you having your 7-year-old daughter talking about people having dicks in their mouths? But then it gets worse, because we might not have known that it was his daughter. It could have just been a child. It could have been that somebody else involved in the film was instrumental in that child issuing that particular line. But no, demonstrating that not only does he have no sense of guilt or remorse for this behaviour, but also that he actively utilises it as a point of pride. He engages in a commentary track where he is saying, actually, that's my daughter who's just said, hey, when I want your opinion, I'll take Wolverine's dick out of your mouth. As if to say, ha ha, aren't I a great dad? Funny, isn't it? And he continues to play this jokey persona, which naturally didn't find favour with many. So not only does he treat his daughter as an object, to use her in this way, subjecting her to this profanity, but furthermore, he then boasts about it in a commentary track, and although he talks about, I'm going to pay for that later, that's not any genuine admission of there being any kind of problem. Far from it. What you're actually witnessing is him essentially doubling down on his initial misdemeanour. This is typical of the arrogance of Ryan Reynolds, that he thinks such behaviour is funny, and as Sean Levy points out, they made her say 70 to 500 versions of that line. It was said again and again and again. One wonders, did the child ask, what does this mean? What am I saying? What explanation was given? Was she aware of the overtly sexual nature of what was being said? Reynolds demonstrated no safeguarding whatsoever for his daughter in this scene. Indeed, he has shown the cynical exploitation that is typical of the narcissist to take a child and use them for his own purposes. It isn't a surprise. He has no emotional empathy, although he thinks he has it. He operates with a sense of entitlement. He shows no accountability for his behaviours. There's no boundary recognition. He simply thinks that it's funny to have his daughter issue such a sentence like that and then to go on to brag about it. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.